XRP will truly shock the world. Since 2020, I've been talking about XRP in the company Ripple. And when they got sued by the SEC on December 20th, 2020, I locked in even more. I went even harder on investing in the asset XRP. There was something inside of me that made me believe that this will be one of the most disruptive technologies in our traditional financial system. And as I show you today, you're going to start to see that TradFi, traditional finance, is going to become digitized, tokenized. The traditional banks are going to become crypto banks, and crypto exchanges will become traditional finance. What you thought you were running from was what they were building. David Schwartz said it the best. 95% of the population does not have exposure to crypto, only about 5%. So is the 5% going to convert the 95%, or are you going to go where the 95% are? What Ripple, the company is, and XRP, the technology, is doing is reshaping the modern payment system. And now you're starting to see things like Gemini launching the first XRP credit card. You're seeing JP Morgan that has their own infrastructure around financial payment systems. Onyx, which became Lynx, JPM coin. You're seeing BlackRock that's connected to Circle. Think about this for just a moment. They have Aladdin, one of the most sophisticated trading platforms in the world. Coinbase is the custody for their build fund. Guys, it's all interconnected. Trump has the fastest growing stablecoin through World Liberty Financial, USD1. You're not going to run from this system. What we thought was a system we were running off to decentralization is a system that they're building behind the scenes. And what I'm here to tell you is by 2030, the middle class is going to get wiped out leverage source technology. We're moving to a new infrastructure. And this is our moment. This is our time in humanity where we get a piece of the rails. These types of moments come probably, I would say, every 100 years, it seems like, where there's a whole infrastructural change. And I'm here to tell you that these videos will age very well, that Bitcoin will be the new gold. Things like XRP will be the new infrastructure in the payment system. And hey, maybe in the next 100 years, 116 years, as long as Bitcoin will be mined, there'll be a new systematic change. But what we're investing in is a new infrastructure. Now, here's the thing. Here's how people get wrecked. Is if you're price sensitive and volatility scares you, yep, you're going to get wrecked. And if you're following influencers who are making you believe that you're going to become a multi-million in the next 90 days, yep, you're going to get wrecked. Because wealth is built slowly, it's built methodically, and it's not timing the markets, as Warren Buffett says. It's time in the markets. So I'm willing to wait for years for this to come. But along the way, we're building empires through our financial ecosystems, through cash flow, investing in deflationary assets, protecting our wealth, and working to leverage responsibly to build an empire. So as we dive into today's video, on the back end, I share with you exactly what I am doing. So this news is going viral like crazy. This is posted by Ripple X. Meet the Gemini credit card XRP edition. Pay money, earn extra rewards back on purchases. 4% on XRP, 4% back on XRP for gas, charging in rideshare, 3% on dining, 2% on groceries, and 1% XRP on everything else. Man, traditional system, man. It's coming in, guys. Brad Garlinghouse and XRP Royd's credit card out in the world. What a time to be alive, XRP family. Use the special edition Gemini card for everyday purchases and earn up to 4% cash back. Now, this was put out by Canary Capital. I got this freaking earache going on. Canary Capital is a Canary, can't even hear myself speak. Canary American-made crypto ETF. That's kind of weird. I can't hear myself. Canary American-made crypto ETF. So this is what's coming, family. We know October, but what I will always expect is delays, right? Now, I'm always optimistic, and October should be a very big month for the XRP ecosystem. I think there's 20 XRP ETFs waiting to get approved. Okay. Now, it's going to happen. It may get delayed, and I'm hoping that it happens in October. And that will be a big catalyst. Now, what does that mean? So people always ask me, should I get into the ETF, right? An ETF is exposure to the asset class without owning it. I'd rather own it. Okay. But Mrs. Jones, who walks into Wells Fargo Bank, JP Morgan, Bank of America, they have a Bitcoin ETF, an Ethereum ETF, and then they'll have an XRP ETF. So Mrs. Jones is going to get exposure to the ETF. She's not going to go to Coinbase and buy the underlying asset. Asset managers are now going to be inviting people in to allocate some of their portfolio into these very, 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 very beautiful asset classes. They're going to appreciate dramatically because what do they get paid at? Assets under management. So if Mrs. Jones puts a little bit into XRP, a little bit in Bitcoin, a little bit into Ethereum, her portfolio is going to expand pretty dramatically with the market capitalization continuing to improve, the market cap going from 4 trillion to global markets at 111 trillion. Imagine how big this wealth is going to become, right? So things like this are happening in a Canary American-made crypto ETF. So let's take a look at the top American-made cryptos. We got XRP, Solana, we got Dogecoin, Cardano, Chainlink, Stellar, Sui, Bitcoin Cash, Hedera, Avalanche, Litecoin. So you can go through and look at all the American names, but the top ones in my portfolio would be XRP, Solana. Those are my top 3. So I got XRP, Bitcoin's number 2, Solana's number 3. You got Dogecoin in there. I got some Doji doggy. I got some XLM. Boom. There we go. I got some HBAR. I really like HBAR. So that's kind of cool. So my number one is XRP. My number 2 is Bitcoin. Number 3 is Solana for me. Number 4 is Stellar. HBAR is number 5. And let's see, VeChain is not American made, is it? I don't think it is. VeChain would be number 6 for me. Let me see. I don't think I got Gala in my portfolio. That's way down the list, but I got Gala. Let's see if there's any other ones I got in here. Blah, 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 blah. And there's a lot of American-made cryptos. Well, there's going to be a shitload of them. What am I thinking? Okay. Anyways, so a bunch of the top 20 I have in my portfolio. Let's move on. More news out here. Chainlink. We're excited to announce a strategic partnership between Chainlink and SBI Group, one of Japan's largest financial conglomerates. Okay, let me read that one more time. We are excited to announce a strategic partnership between Chainlink and SBI Group, one of Japan's largest, keyword, largest financial conglomerates with USD equivalents over 200 billion in total assets. Okay. Here's the PR Wild News. SBA Group and Chainlink announced a strategic partnership to accelerate institutional digital asset adoption in key global markets. Well, why is this important to us as XRP holders and Ripple fans? SBI Asia. SBI Group is 60%. Ripple Labs owns 40% shareholder of SBI. Here to tell you guys, Ripple is going to leave a dent in the universe, guys. XRP is going to change the world. I will keep saying it, okay? Now, the number one question I keep getting, JV, is it true that it's going to go to over $1,000 in the next, by the end of 2025 or early 2026? I'm like, I don't believe that within this current paradigm. But what I do believe is these catalysts that are being talked about, if they do all come into alignment and those stars align, of course it could happen. But I came from the banking sector, and for all those things to line up, the supply shocks and there's a lot that has to happen behind the scenes. And it could, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. I don't know what they're building and, the decisions that have been made. Obviously, we're not privy to that, right? You see how everything changes when they get into the presidency. They're going to release these files and they're going to do this, and then everything changes all of a sudden, right? You don't invest based on hype. You don't invest based on hope. You invest based on facts, figures, numbers, logic. And instead of waiting for a price to hit, you build an empire while you're waiting for it to come. And you embody it, you live in it, you feel it, you embrace it, and you build an ecosystem, okay? So I don't focus on waiting for prices. I build exit targets, and I exit on the way up when it hits. If it's tomorrow, great. If it's 2029, great. But along the way, I'm building, and I'm going to break down exactly what I do. So I want to show you an outlook of the markets right now. This is Merlin's smartest way to track your crypto. This is a crypto interface that we created to keep people safe. For example, when I travel, like this is our demo account here. When I travel, when you click on here, there's all my assets in one place. I don't ever connect to a Wi-Fi without using Merlin. We do not hold your keys, hold your crypto. It's just an interface. So if somebody hacks Merlin, they're hacking data. They can't hack your crypto. It's not connected. You can connect your exchanges so you can see all what's going on with all your exchanges. Okay. You can connect all these different exchanges. So it's just an interface, just showing your stuff. The news, right, is based on your crypto portfolio. And then you can look at a snapshot of the market. So you don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to go on your exchanges in some foreign Wi-Fi. You can look on here. And then I'll show you in just a moment where you set up exit plans. So here's what the market's looking at right now. Bitcoin dominance is still below 60%, which usually signals an altcoin run, right? We know ETH went up to its all-time high on Sunday, and that usually signals an altcoin run. We have a lot of different factors playing, though. We have a lot of big boys playing in the market now. Total market cap went from 4 trillion down to 3.7 trillion. So if you're getting into this space, I need you to get used to volatility. Okay, volatility is our gift, and I'll explain that in just a moment. When you get in here, okay, you click here. You can set up your own exit plan. We take profits. Okay, a lot of people say just hold, just hold, just hold. We're in it to make profits, and I'll explain to you exactly how I do it. And I'm not telling you this is what you have to do. This is how I do it. Okay, what I do is I hold Bitcoin forever. So that's the only one I'm not taking profits on. So Bitcoin, there's 4 things I focus on: cash flow. I focus on deflationary assets that are opposite the US dollar. Guys, the US dollar is trash. The US monetary system, the fiat system since 1971, you're getting poor every single year. The elites do not store their money in cash. Cash is like transitory. When it hits their cash account, they'll hold cash for a moment in time, like Warren Buffett. Right? Warren Buffett went to heavy cash, but he's already making moves into new home builders. So that kind of probably signals something to you that maybe coming interest rates drops, right? He went heavy into, I think it was Lennar, or you'll have to research that, but he went into a new home building. So I'm not a real estate guy, so I'm not sure what that move is. I believe that would be for interest rates. He believes interest rates are going to start coming down, and he hit it perfectly because Jerome Powell's going to lower interest rates. Okay. He moved into cash, but he strategically moves into assets. So if you want to get wealthier, you have to invest in assets, guys. One man's liabilities are another man's assets. One man's debts are another man's assets. There's no real money in the system. That is the only way to win this game. I didn't create the game, but I know how to play it now. Okay. So if you're storing tons of cash like these baby boomers, guys, it's trash. It's lost 99% of its value since the Federal Reserve was created, especially since 1973 when they detached from the gold standard, guys. They have destroyed 1971, excuse me. They destroyed the buying power. Okay. The cost of living has gone like this, and our pay has gone like this. Okay. Now you have Bitcoin going like this, XRP going like this, and cash is going like this. Now, do you see why 95% of the supply has gone of Bitcoin? Do you see why 5% is left and 80% of the supply has not moved? And do you see why 5% of the population has exposure to crypto and 95 doesn't? Do you see who owns this? You got to wake up, man. You got to wake up. Elites are investing in assets, deflationary assets. They're in gold, silver, Bitcoin, XRP. Guys, the system is changing. It's a systematic shift. It's not by chance that Trump came back and ran as the crypto capital of the world, the Bitcoin president. It's not by chance that he has a number 8 treasury in the world through Trump media for Bitcoin. It's not by chance that on Monday they're launching the World Liberty Financial Token, which is their new DeFi bank that his son, Barron Trump, Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., and the Witkoff family is all part of, guys. They're dismantling the central bank. They're decentralized the banking system, but this is also spiritual as well, guys. We're moving from industrial to techno, Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. And for once in our lives, we get the opportunity to invest in the infrastructure of the financial system. But most people are asleep to this. And they will wake up in 2030 and they will realize that, holy crap, as I look this way at all the shit that they keep playing with, the whole system was changing this way. But this is nothing new under the sun. So Bitcoin I hold, okay? We're going to put that in the leverage category, which is number 4. Cash flow, deflationary assets, protection, leverage, okay? All my other cryptocurrencies, to include XRP, I will be DXing 50% on the way up. You don't have to do this. This is what I do. When I follow a plan, I stick to it. I don't listen to anybody else. I put blinders on. I listen to wise counsel and I bring it down and build my own plan, okay? It works for me. The key is to build your plan and stick to it. So I work to create as much cash flow as I can through cash generating dividends, through my cash flowing businesses. And I take that cash, which is trash, and I pump it into deflationary assets. Every day I buy Bitcoin and XRP. Every month I buy Solana. Okay. And I have all my bags packed in my other cryptos. Okay. When these deflationary assets appreciate, I'm not market sensitive. I'm not worried about the markets. I'm just waiting. If they go up in the back end of the year, great. If they don't, I believe they're going to go up dramatically. But if they don't, then I'm just going to keep accumulating. Red is my friend. Green gives me stress. Red is my friend. Green gives me stress. When it's red and everybody's running and freaking out, I'm celebrating and I'm buying. Inversion, flip it. So when it goes green, I pull from this bucket and I put it in number 4. I use cash value life insurance. Okay, it works for me. I'm an actual user of it. I use it. I drive it like a Lamborghini. Okay, I stuff and max fund those policies. So I have 2 policies right now that need to be max funded when this bull run takes off. Okay, when those buckets are full, okay, what do? The overflow goes back into cash flow, which is more cash generating dividends. The overflow goes back into deflationary assets when the bear market hits. And then number 4, I have a leverage component. I remember we have the Bitcoin that we've never sold. Okay. I leverage at very low leverage, so I don't get liquidated. Okay. On the asset side, but on the insurance side, you can leverage your cash flow, after, in the first year, it's, there's certain percentage, but once you start max funding these things, you can leverage quite a bit of it. Okay. So you're leveraging at low leverage, very little risk because it's insured, it's protected. Okay. So I have a more of a high risk leverage component with my Bitcoin, and I have a very low risk leverage component with my insurance. So with max funded policies going into the bear market next year, damn well, I'm going to leverage at low leverage at 5% and go back into a deflationary asset that's going to appreciate dramatically by 2029. And when it appreciates, what do? We pay off the leverage. We buy more cash flow. We take the cash flow. We buy more deflationary assets. And when those go up, we borrow. We buy more what? Cash flow. And then we put in a deflationary. It's just a system, guys. It's a system. It's like anything. It's like fitness. It's like mindset. It's like health. Once you build it, you stick to it. You put your blinders on and you build an ecosystem. God, family, protect your ecosystem at all costs instead of other men and women's business because you're too busy working on yours. I'm not asking you to follow my plan. I'm asking you to create a plan. And if you're the head of the household right now, it is time to get your shit together spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. And what I mean by staying out of other men's business, you shouldn't be focused on other people's shit. You should be laser focused. You should not have time for any drama. You should only have time for studying, protecting your family, and making sure you're making the right decisions because this is a very critical time the next 6 years. I mean, it is the most unbelievable critical time the next 6 years. So men specifically and head of household, do an analysis of your last week. Do an analysis of your last month. Do an analysis of your last quarter. You say you want to be successful. You say you want to be financially free if you're watching these types of videos, but do your actions actually match it? Does your health behaviors match it? Does your financial behaviors match it? Does the way you're living in private actually match it? And if the answer is no, and only you can answer that, then fix it. We must rise up and we must take advantage of the greatest wealth transfer in our living history. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. So I want to show you guys this. I am the co-founder and creator of Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. We are giving you 30 days for free, so you can go in there and play with it. You can set up an exit plan. If you're like, what is an exit plan or a profit-taking plan? That's a better way to look at it. Johnny Crypto, we have a full video here. And then boom, you get stuck. We actually have live customer service where you can get set up with them and they'll walk you through. We teach you how to connect. It also keeps you organized, guys. It is the greatest. I mean, we spent so much time, 38,000 lines of code from the ground up. This is built by our team, our programmers. We put a lot of effort into it over the last couple of years to build one of the greatest apps in our roadmap. Is absolutely insane. That's why people stay with us after the 30 days. We're confident in letting you try it before you buy it for 30 days. So get in there. It's 30 days for free down below in the description of my video. If you go to my social media platform, click the link. Like I said, I am the co-founder and creator of this, and I'm very proud to say that Merlin is the smartest way to track your crypto. As we always say, warriors, let's get your shit together. God bless you.